What is going on, boys? How are we? How are we? What's going on?
Doing good, Rob. Doing good. How you been? You've been sick.
I've been sick for like over a week now. It's so annoying. I just wanted to do this stream though because like we haven't streamed for a while, so I thought we'd give it a crack at this time slot, which I don't know if it's even better because there's the Jack show going on. But we're here. We'll do the show and see how it goes.
Has this show ever not been steamrolled by some bigger channel during its streaming time?
There's always a bigger show going on, but that's
Corey's
cool.
here too. Hey, Corey.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Minecraft Killer Squad. We're in the house. Good to see you guys. How are you guys going? What have you guys been working on the past week?
Corey, you've been working on a ton of stuff. Tell everybody.
Oh, just been working on coloring this Borok page all week. And then it's like, Clayton's a very specific guy.
Yeah.
Who wants like some hardcore edits. So,
yeah, basically just told him to redo the colors on a page he handed in because I wasn't happy with the colors.
You guys have just like you've printed Kozor now. You've got it in hand. Have you got all the copies in hand now?
We've got them all in hand. Corey just has to come over and actually sign them. And we're going to knock that out in a few days, send them off to the
also
US
doing
after
sketches,
that.
So.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's just lining everything up now. Corey's actually got to come over and do it. And then, we'll box them back up in the boxes that they came in, and we're going to send them
just
over.
Like say Corey's got to come over and do it, man. You're just blaming me. I got to do all these sketches first, so
yeah, which I told you to do so long ago.
Why haven't you done them, Corey? It does sound like it's all
I've been working on Borok. Been working on this sexy coin comic. I'm a very busy guy.
I don't know how you guys feel, but like I'm on issue 4 of a series now, and I feel like I am learning just so much each time that I won't make the same mistakes next time. I mean, you guys have only done one. Do you feel like you've learned a lot from it?
Yeah, I feel like we've learned everything. I can't believe you're still learning stuff.
No, dude, like
book, man. That's scary.
This is what I've done this time, right? Like I've got so much of the meat of the book done. Like I think we've done like 40 pages or already finished, right?
Amazing.
But I don't have covers and I don't have colors on certain. Well, I don't have enough colors, so I can't launch anything without covers and colors, right? So if I was doing it again, I would probably get the covers done first and get like a section of colors done, and then I could launch and get all the other stuff done afterwards. But yeah,
that's a smart idea.
Yeah, I didn't do it that way. You wait on these amazing artists. Shelby's in the house, totally unrelated to what I just said. But yeah.
Get your ass over here, Corey. I was going to make him stay the night as well. So Corey's going to stay the night when he gets over here, and we're just going to sign books.
I'll come over Monday. I just, doing the sketches for the higher tier backers. So.
It's always taking your sweet ass time, mate.
Jay Ryan says, Rob, you won't make the same mistakes, but yet you keep getting the same haircut. It is true.
Is that really a mistake, though? Or is it the right...
like wax and stuff to stand that up?
I did just before, Corey. I'm like, I'm not feeling great. I need every little advantage I can get right now. At least I have my hair, though, still, Clayton. Like, it's still there.
Yeah, well, mine's not going to be soon.
That's right. Can I show you some of the bold memes I was making of Clayton?
Yes, of course. We've got Shelby's in the house, Jay Ryan, Crackhead's here. Good to see you, Micro, as well. Good to see everyone here. Shelby says, Corey's like Santa. Don't forget to leave out some milk and cookies or he'll leave you disappointed.
Well, like I said, the good news is that we got the books now, and we're getting Critical Blast to actually do a lot of the fulfillment over in the US. So
I think that's smart. I think that's smart.
I think it's smart too.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that we're learning the first time around, we're going to actually get them printed probably in the US as well next time. If we can find a really good printer to do
what are
it.
you going to do about signatures and that then if you do it that way?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We might have to keep the signatures for a very special tier then, where we just send them from Australia, but that'll probably be limited. The reason that we want to do them in the US is because if we can get Comics Blast to do the fulfillment in the US, print them in the US, get everything done in the US, then we can really knock down the shipping prices the next time around. And I think that that's an area in which, in general, a lot of us creators can really give a benefit to our backers. Because that's the thing, right? Really high shipping prices. Oh,
What
God.
the fuck, Corey?
Corey, mate. Yeah, well, that should tell you how the ladies feel about bald men, Corey.
And there, Micah says, one, man. And there goes Rob's channel. Thanks, Corey.
Taken down. I don't know why you let us back on, Rob. I don't know why you let us on.
You know this. Come on, man. I got another one. I done two. Just for Clayton.
I'm gonna have to look at it before I shared it. I just shared it without looking at it this time.
Did you really?
I can't do that. I did, yeah.
Oh,
I did.
Man. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, I know some Insane Clown Posse songs. Clown Posse, yeah. I'm going chicken hunting. I'm going down the Southern Trail. I'm going chicken hunting, cutting. I can't say a lot.
Can I kick both of you? I mean. God damn! What's up, Aardvark's in the house as well. He's got a book on Indiegogo.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Dude, what
too.
was
We're gonna have
the other one, man? That was totally G-rated. She just sucked on his bald head.
I know who that chick is, Corey. I know who that chick is. I know you know who that chick is as well.
What, do you really?
Yeah, I know who that chick is.
I originally got it from like a Breaking Bad meme. I didn't know who the chick was, but.
I've got a question for you guys, right? Because I feel like we are kind of similar in the way that we are kind of perfectionists in a sense, and it's not always a good thing. But I don't know how to say this without sounding like an ass, so I'm just going to say it. You know, I don't intentionally mean to cause offense to people.
Wait, who is this chick, man?
No, let Rob say what he was going to say, Corey.
It's like I'm seeing people put colors out, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I do know what you mean, man.
Is that the best colorist you can find? Are they the best colorists you've got? I don't know.
I think the standards of coloring for some reason are low, not just and that's for creators hiring colorists. And so I don't think colorists are actually training up enough to really get to the level where those colors are absolutely killer. Liquid was one of the coolest teams of colorists back in the 90s and the early 2000s. They were working for a lot of companies like Image, Top Cow, and some of the colors that I know we all here in this panel love and admire came from them. But a lot of those colorists who went for that classic cut and grad style have gone extinct. They've gone on to bigger and better things beyond comics, I guess, movies, that kind of stuff. Some of them aren't even in the entertainment industry anymore. I know because I've tried to reach out to some of them. And it's just such a shame because I feel like that art form, who's left to teach it? Is Matt Yaki, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, when I'm looking at colorists, right? Like, I come across someone and I see like an amazing pinup, and I go,
"There's definitely good colorists out there."
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's give them a crack. So you send them a page, and what you get back is just terrible. And like, I don't know. Aquila has got really good colors.
There's some name drops here in your chat, man. You'll have to research some of these guys and reach out to them,
mate.
oh yeah, that's incredible.
I've
good.
I've used people that are really good, and for whatever reason they're turning in stuff that isn't great, and I don't know what the solution is.
Really?
Yeah,
Why do you think
you'd be
that is?
surprised. I
Could it
don't
be
know.
just that their style doesn't suit your comic? Like,
It could be. It
I know
could
one
be.
guy I seen you were trying to get, his colors looked really good on one other comic, but then when he done the replicator stuff,
Yes.
it was very different.
Yeah.
But I think that might be just style.
Exactly, Corey. But I kind of like it's kind of getting to the point now where I'm looking for a colorist. I don't even want to see like the colors on like a Jim Lee piece, because that's what you always see. You always see these sick colorists on these like really popular, really talented artists. But I kind of want to see like some shit art and see what a colorist can do with that shit art, because like are these colorists just using the Jim Lee piece and using the example of colors that colorist has used, like the professional guy, to copy, right? So is it actually them doing it? I don't know. I think I'm roboting too.
Roboting? No, you're not roboting. You're coming through all right for us.
Cobra Colors is my coloring moniker. Hit the like. Past Master Dan. Got to get cooler to 6K. This is a thing which I don't think I would do, but you know, hats off to him. When he gets to 6K, he's getting it colored. What do you guys think of that? Like, it looks great, black and white.
Yeah, it looks really good, black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would add a coloring addition.
Yeah.
That way you can get some, people have, you always want to give your backers choice, right? Rob is a big fan of the black and white version. Having the colored version there as an additional choice for the backer to pick, maybe they pick up both, maybe they pick up one or the other. I don't think you can go wrong with that. But if you replace the black and white version with the colored version, then everybody who is a fan of the black and white version is maybe somewhat disappointed, but of course not so disappointed that they're probably not going to back it anyway. I mean, the colors look absolutely brilliant. So I don't know. I think have both. Why not both?
Eric's in the house as well. Good to see him. He's getting really good at drawing, guys. He's getting really good.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, he was already pretty damn good at drawing.
Yeah.
And you guys are killing it. Like, this has jumped up again. Like, you must be happy with how it's going.
Yeah, we're really happy with how it's going. We're just glad that there's even more people who can now experience Kozor and hold it in their hands. Because we sat here, we've slaved away on this book for so long. I think that the really big payoff for us is getting it in as many hands as possible, so that it's all been worthwhile, and hopefully people love it. It's not perfect. It's our first comic book. We've tried to do our best with it. It's very likely that our other books going into the future are going to have massive improvements made to them. Everything from optimizations to the artwork, improvement in the writing, in the way in which we approach the crowdfunding process, the scheduling, everything. But I think being our first time out of the gate, this being our, what would you say, debut title, we've done a pretty good job. We did the best we could, put it that way.
I think Rini has said that she's not going to do fulfillment anymore because it took like a month and a half out of her year.
Oh, wow.
Like where she could just be drawing. And I think like for you guys, that's probably a good thing as well. Like you don't want to give up that time when you could be producing more work.
Yeah, not at all. And going forward, I'm sure you've thought a lot about the future for your own projects, Rob, and how you would like to tackle that going forward. For us, we've been contemplating the differences between bigger, thicker, and smaller books. So your classic comic book, 32-page edition, like the ones that you typically put out, Rob, or the 50 pages, which are very typical within the Comicsgate arena. But then we were just talking to Adam Lawson, who is thinking of having upwards of 100 pages in The Exiled. So there's merits to all of those different page numbers and book thicknesses. And I think that I think it's got to be weighed against the price tag that we attach to these comic books, how long it takes us to put them together, and ultimately what the backers find really valuable. And for me, here's the weird thing. I'm actually kind of missing the classic comic book experience. I miss floppies.
Like the floppies, yeah.
Yeah, like it's great to have a nice big 50-pager. Even staple bound is, it's closer to what a comic book experience is like. But in a way, I miss the feel that almost the, is this weird to say, but the cheaper feeling of a comic book. Like when you put that much time into it, like Kozor feels like a premium art book almost. The cover thickness that we've added to it, the quality of the pages, the quality of the cover, and everything else to do with it. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like a classic Jim Lee X-Men comic book. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you miss that? I feel like I miss that a little bit.
Yeah, I like both. What about you, Corey?
I like a big, thick book. I'm just like...
Corey does. He likes the
if there's a book
ones.
like Witchblade, where it's like Witchblade every page, like super. I mean, I just mean like Babes every page that's like super thick. I'd buy that book over and over again.
You guys are obsessed with Witchblade and Dragon Ball Z.
We are.
And Berserk. That is like your three things.
And Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell's pretty good.
Ghost in the Shell.
Funny.
And Fist of North Star. That's pretty good too.
Here's a quick question for you guys, and then we'll get on to what we've actually been working on this week. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but with all the stuff that's going on with Indiegogo lately, with like the shadow banning and the censorship and all that kind of stuff, it seems like more and more people are heading over and doing a Kickstarter or a Shopify at the same time. Have you guys thought about that moving forward? Are you going to do that? Does it interest you, that kind of stuff?
First off, is that shadow banning actually happen? Yeah. Is it confirmed that it's happening?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So how do people know that it's actually happening?
Well, it's happened to Von, right? So they told, I don't know the story perfectly from memory, but it was along the lines of, you won't get your funds unless this is fixed on your campaign.
Yeah, I
right?
saw that.
And it was just a decapitation of some person, right? So they're censoring art, which I can't stand. I don't think art should be censored.
Yeah, I wonder if that's more to do with false flagging. Honestly, I believe that maybe Indiegogo wouldn't even be looking into these campaigns if somebody hadn't reported it first.
It's the same thing with CG Vacation, only shows via direct link or fully typed. But it's because they thought it was a sex book, right? Which, it's not. It's a pin-up swimsuit book. The stuff that's on Kickstarter is way, way more risque than that, by like magnitudes.
Yes. Yeah, it's getting on the verge of, hentai on Kickstarter at times.
Yeah, which is fine, man. People can like whatever they like.
I never imagined that with Kickstarter, though. I thought Kickstarter was a lot more politically correct, shielding people from the potentially risky.
What's the stuff on Kickstarter, man? Like other projects that...
thanks, Eric. You're a champion.
Oh, nice.
Let me just bring that back up, because that'll make it 660 if that is the correct. Yes, look at that. That's sexy.
That's beautiful. That's a gorgeous number to look at.
Jay Ryan says, I can buy a Baldo, but not a sexy comic, man. Dude, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there is a machine that you can buy on Indiegogo that's like an automatic blowjob machine, right? So they obviously have no problems with that. But when you have like hot chicks in a comic, that's one step too far. It makes no sense to me.
That's so weird.
Like, what I think about it, right, is like, okay, if it's a head decapitation, I guess that is pretty violent for like a website page that's meant to be probably like PG or something.
What?
Like, imagine if it was like a movie showing of a head decapitation picture.
What Jeremy
Yeah.
was just saying in the chat, that's what made me question whether or not shadow banning was happening, because you could search it on Indiegogo and it would still pop up. You could even search it in Google and it would still pop up. So it just might be a crappy algorithm, like Lord Crackhead said.
I don't think so. Like, I think there's something to it. Like, Krishna Kid, you can't find
Yeah.
that unless you search for it, and that's apparently due to some sort of something religious about it. I don't know.
I just find it like I'm always trying to make sure that I don't get too caught up in my own potential conspiracy theories that I could create. And there's plenty of them, trust me. But I try to step back and think about it critically sometimes.
Yeah, show us proof of these links, man. I can't believe I Kickstarter
And to me,
stuff.
it just seems like for Indiegogo to be honing in on and focusing on the Krishna Kid specifically seems so odd when you think about all the campaigns far and beyond comic books that are actually available on the platform. Are you dedicating a person, someone from your staff to jack up Krishna Kid's algorithm?
No, I think it's automatic. Like, I think it's like an automatic tag word or something is getting flagged, and it's bringing down the campaigns.
That could be a thing.
I thought it was the same thing. Like, I thought it was someone making a complaint against them, and then Indiegogo pulling it down or whatever. But I think it's probably more in the lines of it's a word that's being flagged, or an image or something like that.
Yeah, rogue employee, maybe.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you guys thought about going to Kickstarter? Is that in the?
I think it's really hard to know. What Corey and I have kind of thought about doing is, the crowdfunding experience on Indiegogo. We haven't necessarily given much thought to Kickstarter just because it seemed to have a bit of a bad reputation, at least in the beginning of Comicsgate, based upon the decisions that they made towards some of the creators out there, John Malin being a massive one. And I think that kind of created somewhat of a no-go zone when it came to talking about crowdfunding on Kickstarter. Some people did anyway, and it was totally fine. Nobody really cared that much, I don't think. It was just a general consensus, a general attitude within our community to go with Indiegogo. But now that Indiegogo is starting to betray us, essentially, stab us in the back, seemingly so, we've got to start to come up with new solutions. And I think Arath Saga has been one of the leading individuals in making a new pathway for creators to potentially go down when it comes to crowdfunding. Obviously, we've got Ripper, who has decided to do it just through his own website as well, with a massive amount of success, an unseen amount of success in the crowdfunding comics arena. But as to what me and Corey are going to do specifically, we'll probably ultimately put Kozor and our other titles on the buttonbros.com website, whether it be with a new cover that wouldn't have been available, or with a new cover where the Indiegogo versions aren't available. So it'll be like more of a, I guess, for everybody cover, but we want the crowdfundings to have some exclusivity to them, because I mean, these are the people who are jumping on board to help fund the book, to help us actually create it. And so we feel like they need something special. So if we do make it available on the website, I'll probably have a different cover. And I think that the add-ons that we had in the campaign just simply won't be available. So you won't have the prints necessarily there that come with the package of the comic book.
That's fair.
Yeah, but what about yourself, Rob? I'm sure you've thought about this stuff a ton.
I don't know what I'll do about Kickstarter yet. I don't like the way Indiegogo is going at the moment. I like I said, I hate art being censored. I think that's bullshit. I will run a simultaneous Shopify campaign at the same time as I do an Indiegogo, just for that reason. and the payment options. I think we've talked about it before, but yeah, I don't like what's happening. It's concerning. It is.
Yeah.
But what have you guys been working on this week? What have you got for me, Corey? Have you finished that Borok cover yet? You've been working on for like 3 weeks.
I did finish it. I'll see if I can find that.
He did.
Did you approve of it, Clayton? Did it make?
I don't know yet.
Approvals?
I think we'll end up possibly revisiting it at a later stage. We're kind of figuring out the color palettes. I think that we really want to go with for Borok. Corey's been going for that classic '90s color palette, which in part is a decision that I made as well. We've been looking at those old titles that we know and love, Witchblade, The Darkness, etc. But we're just not sure that it's fitting with the dark and depressing world that Borok is set in. We want the colors to maybe be a little more desaturated, a little more monotone, not necessarily super colorful. And I've got some great references there, but it's about taking the colors that I want from Frank Frazetta style color palettes and transitioning them over into a comic book coloring style, which is the difficult part. So I think I'm going to have to develop more of those, and Corey will work from them in the future going forward. But it's a bit of a process, man. And
it kind of feels, Clayton, that like Corey's doing all the work. What have you been doing?
Me, I've been working on a few different things actually. I've been working on some projects for different clients that. So Joe Sontag would be one of them. I've almost wrapped up on his Reaper Destroyer piece. I actually got to send him an update, so I don't even know if I can show it here.
Oh, dude!
Because I feel like it would be mean to show everybody here and not have sent him an update yet. But it's coming along. It's almost done. And I'm actually probably not going to be taking on any commissions for a little while after that's completed, because I really need to recenter, reassess, figure out where I'm headed next with my own projects. And basically, to be quite honest with you, I'm suffering from a little bit of burnout after Kozor. And after getting through the commissions that I've had to get through, it's like, okay, I need like a week where I'm just recovering and not doing a thing. So it's coming up to that point where I need to focus on myself, man. A lot of things have let slide. My physical health I've let slide. My diet I've let slide. Even my mental health and shit. I mean, and in terms of in my hair, but not just mental health in terms of like I'm depressed and I have all these different conditions. It's more like mental in relation to my motivation and my drive. I feel like I'm all out of steam. And so I don't know if you get that way after a long project. I'm sure many other creators can relate with that, but it's certainly something I'm going through where every day all of a sudden feels like an impossible effort. And I just need a break, I think.
Oh, that's full on.
Yeah, this is what Corey's been working on for the Borok cover. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know if I'm going to have to make Corey recolor this or not.
I think the thing that's thrown me about this image is it's quite clearly two images that are like together as one. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, this is a wraparound cover.
Yeah. So
that's why it looks like that.
It kind of needs to take it in one image at a time.
Totally,
I think anyway.
For sure. I really love the back cover. The one area I'm not sure on is the front cover, where cool. Thank you, Shelby. I would love to see what you do with this.
Shelby is legit a great colorist. He's like right up there. He's like one of those people you need a cloning machine, just like for you, Clayton. Yeah. Like if we could clone you and just have
I wish.
Oh, dude, it would make me happy.
It would make me happy too.
Get work done.
I've actually given serious thought to cloning Shelby before, and I'm yet to find a way to do it effectively. All the test subjects just simply haven't had the level of ability and talent that he's the original has. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you think of this, Clayton, Corey? What do you think of this, Corey? Because like you've been working on it. Like how does it stack up in comparison to like your other work that you're really happy with? Like where does it sit?
That's a good
I think I
question.
wanted to shoot myself after a while, but eventually I finished it.
Well,
I think it did turn out pretty good. I
mm,
mean, we done the other one before, and it's kind of like. I mean, I kind of like the other one as well because it's two different feelings. You know, me and Clayton talk like we talk about the kind of like palettes, like the lighting palettes we do, and it's already
yeah.
very time consuming.
Show the Zol piece that you recently completed, Corey. So Zol is a villain from
Cool
Borok,
name.
one of the main villains. And Corey and I were looking at this, and it's really good
Just have to
coloring,
find
but
it.
I'm not quite sure about the actual color palette. I think it looks too colorful, and that it needs to be more. It needs to be more cohesive in terms of it. I don't think that the colors can be contrasting against one another. Sure, contrasting values and tones, but in terms of an overall lighting scheme, for it to feel like a really depressing environment, it's gotta be more monochromatic. I think we're experimenting with it. We're not sure if we're going to change it yet, but Corey did sort of finish this off. Yeah, no
Do
worries,
you
Shelby.
do you have
I
are
trust you.
you guys planning to do any other launches this year? Like, or are you done for this year? Like, if you just like that's it, Kozor, get that done, get that finished, and get it out, and then let's look again to next year. Or do you have something that you actually might look at next year? I mean, this year.
Dude, that's the old one.
Is it?
That's the old. The moon's not even glowing in that one.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that's a good question, Rob. With Borok, we're pretty sure that's going to be the next crowd-funded campaign because it is closely linked to Kozor, and we know that once people have Kozor in their hands, they're going to get a taste for what that story is about, and they'll want likely more of what we have to offer within that particular genre. And so Borok seems to be the next logical choice, especially because we've got 30 pages completed from Julius. Corey's quickly catching up on the colors for it as well.
Nice.
And so it seems to be the next best decision. But then Corey, at the same time, is also putting together his clone comic, Andromenoids, which everybody is loving and everybody is excited about. Yes, we are, Micro. We're still going to
Wow,
do that closeout.
that's sick.
We talked to Malin about it though, and we're delaying it a little bit because we want people to actually have Kozor in their hands before
Smart.
we close it out, so that people can see what the backers feel about the project and give their thoughts, and hopefully we'll be able to get some
It's
last
just
minute
loading. It's a
people
big
who jump
file.
on board.
Malin's always an amazing channel to go on. Every time I go on there, I get like a good amount of backers. And like he's killing it lately. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but he's got like 500-600 people watching his streams now.
Man,
Like
it's
he's
the wrong one again.
bananas.
Yeah. Oh, John Malin's amazing, and he's been so good to us as well.
Yeah, he's a
I
good
don't
dude.
know why. I don't know why he thought we deserved his attention at all, but
I think
we
he
really
likes
do
art,
appreciate
man.
it.
I think he likes art. Like, dude,
I hope
like
so.
I will like how he's always looking for artists. I will like find an artist and send him the link to
Yeah.
their work, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've already contacted him." He's like
Yeah.
he's on it, man. You might not think so, but he's on it.
John Malin said to me that you're on it too. He actually told us that you're very good at finding artists with talent,
Thanks.
and I told him the same thing.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
said, you're right, Rob is pretty damn good at finding these artists. I don't know where he finds them, but I know he puts a lot of time into it because you're always complaining about how few good artists there are out there.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I kind of switched on that. I'm finding a lot of amazing like pencilers and inkers now, mainly pencilers, but fuck, colorists, man, is
Yeah.
killing me at the moment. I don't know what
Colorists
Corey's
are
doing.
hard.
He like doesn't
I
know
can't.
where his
I'm
computer
trying to
files
find
are.
a file, man.
Mate, file
Um,
management. I tell him about
I'll,
file management all the time.
Well,
I'll,
Clayton
I'll
told me
show
to
you.
save
I'll
out
show you a
multiple
piece.
versions, so
All
So
right.
this is flats. This is flats from Replicator 4 page. So pretty pretty standard flats. But let me show you. This is a work in progress. Let me show you the next step.
That looks good. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, so you've got a colorist for Replicator then?
Yeah. I've got a colorist for Replicator 4,
sweet.
but like, you know, I need a whole team of different people. You know, I need people that can do this and people that can do that. What do you think of this, Clayton? What do you think of the
Is
colors
this Michael
on this?
Bancroft?
No, this is some other one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I see that a lot of comic book colorists are using a new cut and grad appearing brush, which I saw Shelby demoing the other night as well on his channel. I got to get a hold of it, experiment myself with it. But yeah, I think it's doing the job. I like the elect. No. What's her name? Psylocke. I like the Psylocke feel that I get from that chick.
I never would have thought purple for electricity, but I'm like, that actually looks pretty good.
It's working well.
Yeah.
And it's working well with the blue. That's what I mean about monochromatic, you know, having all the colors on one side of the spectrum sort of composed together, I think can work really well sometimes. And then that's what you've done there. You've got some nice cool blues. You got some nice cool purples happening. It's gorgeous.
What do you guys think in chat? What does Shelby think? You know that.
What do you think, Rob?
I like it. Yeah, I actually really like it.
Good.
This is only work in progress, so it's going to be interesting to see how it looks completed.
Yeah.
But I like the direction it's going in. You know, so that's good. That makes me happy.
For sure. Purple is the best color, says Shelby. What do you got to say to that, Corey?
Yeah, if it's not pink. Like Shelby. Anyway. I can't actually find a PSD file for it, but I do have the JPEG.
Wow. Get the JPEG up then.
There you go.
There you go.
That was cool. I like that, man.
It's still not the latest version, but
oh fuck, really?
That's not like the moon is still not. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, you guys get the idea.
It must be hard being Clayton's brother, Corey. Like, fuck, you can't do anything right, mate.
Bro, I call you bro because I see you as a button, bro, Rob.
Right.
And the thing is, I went into Corey's. We went through Corey's Photoshop file to try and get some improvement done on this.
Well,
there was a billion layers that were all unnamed, and it took us forever.
Before he complains about this, right?
Thanks.
Okay, wait. This page, right?
That's great, man.
All normal layers, right? The reason Clayton's one had so many changes to it, so many different layers, is because Clayton wanted the layers. He wants like all these fixes made, all this
Just
crazy
fix the
stuff to look
that
at specific
Just
way.
fix the layers that are already there. Don't add new ones.
Yeah, but dude, I had to add some new ones to get the certain look, like on the moon, in the background, to try and figure it out, man. To get it, you know.
I love the color palette of the blue and the orange works really well together.
It does. Yeah. We are gonna probably shift that though. Like Corey, show him the mock-up that I was doing, because I want it to be a little more dreary-ish. Don't worry, you guys will see. We're going to make some changes to this page, and you'll see.
Anyway, I wanted to show off my coin because this is pretty cool. You know?
See, this looks amazing. Like Corey does he does perfect colors on this clone comic. And then when it comes to Borok, there's a little bit of work that we need to do in order to get it to where it needs to be.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why. Why is that, Corey? Tell us.
I don't know. I guess I just want my own thing, specific look. Like I know exactly what I want to do if it's coin comic, and I think Clayton has a very specific look in mind that like Clayton's a very specific guy, and it's like if you don't do it exactly the way he's thinking, then which I guess he's like paying me for it, so I guess I could do it.
Well, sometimes I don't actually know what the best direction is going to be. That's the worst part. Is
So you
sometimes
make him do every single different version of it until you figure out. Yeah.
Yeah,
kind of.
This is great, Corey, though. This it looks like she's wearing like a fake leather. I don't know if that's what you're going
like
for.
A latex.
Yeah, it looks sick. I mean, the zoom. Can you zoom in on it a bit? It looks great.
Yeah, sure, man.
It looks so good. It's perfect, man. Look at it.
Yeah.
This is what we dreamed of creating when we used to read Witchblade and stuff. I think these colors are, dare I say it, on par, if not better than Witchblade.
Don't say.
I'm just saying.
I did not know she was holding a pair of glasses until you zoomed in, Corey. Did not see those at all.
Yeah, I know.
Got the reflection.
Maybe that's because maybe it's because she's half naked and I was distracted. I don't know, but dude, you got to do something with this book, man. Because this will do great.
Oh heck yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, it's definitely in the pipeline.
As I was saying before, a book filled with babes that's really thick. That's exactly what I want. I know, but
Yeah. It's just that, Corey's smashing through this fast. So the question is, what's going to be done sooner, Borok or the clone comic? And then on top of that, what do people actually want to see next? I know that people are excited for Andromenoids, but we don't want to have, 3 or 4 different titles out there that are completely unrelated to one another and not any sequels. So, I think Borok will probably be my long-running comic in the end.
Don't click that layer again. Don't click that layer again. Not while we're live.
I was trying to get up the inks. My bad.
What was there?
I
didn't even see it. It was like a single frame.
We saw everything.
Anyway, that was a surprise. I've been thinking about not safe for work edition, and then censored edition.
Micro says Corey's on a mission to strip Rob of his channel. He's doing well, isn't he?
That's hilarious.
Can I ask chat what they think of the name and
if an SJW goes searching through this entire video to find that one frame and cancel you for it, they've done their work well.
Go ahead, ask a question, Rob.
I can't even say the name. I don't remember what it was. Andromenoids. Can you guys tell me if you like that name or not? I don't like it.
Look, I will get the ink file up for you guys so we don't have that accident. So
they are Andromenoids.
Micro says, I'm excited for Kozol and want to see more, but being 100% orange, honest, sexy ladies with guns is probably going to be a bigger money than Borok.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Look, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Look, we've been working on Borok for a long time, and I know we've done Koz, or I feel like, Clayton deserves to have his book out first, man, if he wants it out. So, and that'll give me time to make my clone comic a lot thicker. And, we can think about the other versions of the clone comic if the fans want that. I'll do what the fans want.
It's going to be thick.
Mate, this is fantastic.
Corey likes.
Have you got any other pages colored, Corey, of this?
No, really. I've been focusing on trying to get all the line art done first, so when I go to the colors, I can keep them all consistent and stuff. So,
Micro.
Yeah, I really did not intend that. That's like a secret. So
I didn't even know what you had up there, Corey.
The boobs were up there, Clayton. That you could see everything.
Oh wait, did you do a nude version?
Look, I was thinking about see-through outfits and how fucking easy that would be to do to convert it.
It's hilarious.
So
Corey's going to have 2 versions of this book. So you guys know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Are you really,
I think we've
Corey?
talked about it.
Well, dude, it was just something I was thinking about. I hadn't even really talked to Clayton about it in case like Clayton freaked out. He's like,
Well,
dude.
Andromenoids are kind of like,
Clayton's like,
androids.
Corey, you're a degenerate.
No, I didn't
It's
say
shameful
that.
to have you as part and Bryce.
Do you want to be
Can't
a
believe
degenerate?
this.
I've got. Have I shown you this piece, the trading card piece that I've got happening for Rep 4?
Yeah, let's check it out. I think you have.
Yeah, it is sick. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, this is insane, dude.
Yeah, this guy is legit.
That is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
He just smashes it every time. Like you go, can you do this? And he's just like, yeah, it's amazing. So
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
loving it.
Like one question I always ask: is it too much clothing? Like
What?
with like design and stuff.
He's still talking about.
No, because like
What's up, Shelby?
Rob had his characters up, and I'm like,
Hey, Shelby.
chick
It's been
looks-
so
going
long.
on?
It's been a while. I missed
hey
you.
Shelby.
Well, I'm pausing this. You guys are like 30 seconds ahead of where it's streaming. Yeah.
Oh, wow. There's a bit of
okay.
lag. It's because we're in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of all the work you've seen so far, Shelby?
It's good stuff.
You
It's
seem
good
like
stuff.
there's
Not
more
really
to that
not
thought.
really believing you there, Shelby.
Just tell us. Give
Good
it to
stuff
us.
doesn't
It's good.
sound
It's
fantastic.
good stuff. It's good stuff. You guys are pros. It's good stuff.
Thanks.
I don't know about you guys. I don't really believe him.
You can be honest with us, Shelby. You know that.
I'll show you. Send me a JPEG, and I'll show you a couple ideas, Corey. For like there's a couple things that might bump those 2 pages. It's nothing. It's not like redoing anything. It's
Hell
more
yeah.
about like
Laura page?
some hues. Yeah, it's just
Do the other one,
You'll
Corey.
see.
Well, yeah,
You'll
do
see.
these. Do them both.
yeah. I'll just do it on the. It's nothing that you did. It's just something that could be added to give a little bit of bump.
I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait.
Yeah, just a JPEG's fine. Yeah.
Man, aren't we lucky?
What have you got, Clayton? What have you got? You got anything to show us?
Well, I've been working on one project which I can't really say much about or show anything on, but I'll show you guys.
Ragetality. Ragetality. What? No.
What? Oh man,
Where's my covers?
I wish. All right.
I've been in a rut. They're coming. They're coming.
Yeah. See,
Mate,
I
you've
did-
been there for like
That's how I
4
feel.
years now.
No. They are. I promise you, they're coming, dude.
It's gonna be
promise you.
worth it though. It'll be worth
It
it.
is. It
I
is.
mean, it's Shelby, Rob. Damn.
No, you guys ever have like a what's the equivalent to like it's not necessarily like writer's block. It's where you feel like everything you're doing is repetitive.
Oh yeah, I get what it's not enough
So,
of a challenge.
I'm not having
anymore.
issues. Yeah. So I started. What I did was I went in long boxes and pulled out a ton of older comics that I collected as a kid, just to kind of rejuvenate some of that old school, approach. So
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. And do you like how it's going so far, Shelby?
yeah, it worked.
Good.
Sometimes you gotta revisit some of the older stuff to
You do, man.
remember where it started. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can show you something else as well, Rob. That
This is fantastic, though, man.
Called like,
Oh,
where,
you like
where
this?
does this rate for you of like of your past work? Like this looks fucking dope.
Yeah, I do like it. Although I think that these more detailed pieces are going to be lesser and lesser of an occurrence because I can't get them done in a timely manner. It takes so much time to do, and I got goals, man. So I think so. Let me show you something actually that I was also experimenting with. It was a Borok page that Corey was going to color up after I had done the line work for it, and we wanted to experiment with more of a simple line art style, a cleaner line art style, a slicker line art style with Corey's colors. And so this is a little something that I was working on. This panel here has been inked out, but I was essentially going to add line weights to this and then hand it off to Corey to see what he could do with the colors. Because if we can pull off a really nice look for it, it'll allow us to get books done much faster. And I feel like way more confident tackling a look that's a bit more like this, because I've realized with the more rendered stuff, one of the reasons it takes me so long, besides just the sheer amount of work adding in the details, is repeatedly adding in details that I don't get right the first time. And so each one of these hatches that you see here, if the gradient doesn't come out the way that I want it to, I just hit that undo button and I re-attempt it, sometimes 3 or 4 times over. Now, when you're doing that for every section of the drawing, it takes hours and hours to complete. And so I'm just like, well, like it's almost like I don't even know what my approach is going to be until I screw up.
Yeah.
However, with something more like this, it's so much more straightforward. I have fun with it. I feel better about it. And I feel like, it could work out well. I'm not sure how it'll look with Corey's colors.
The question for me is like the rendered stuff you do is sick. Like there's no doubt about it. But is it really worth all the extra effort and time over like a simpler version? Does it put you that much further above what everyone else is that it makes it worthwhile? I don't know.
Man, once line weights going on something like this, it looks very, very complete. It's got that Michael Turner look then. And I feel like part of the reason that I went for the, the crazy Alfredo Alcalo attempted rendering approach, and Mark Silvestri, his more detailed stuff, is because part of me just wanted to see if I could pull it off. And I really did pull it off. I feel like I pulled it off with this Joe Sontag piece. I felt like I reached my limits with Kozor. And now it's time to maybe go back to my roots a little bit and figure out, okay, well, what do I actually enjoy doing? What's going to allow me to create the kind of comic books I always wanted to create and have fun along the way. And I feel like this is something I'm confident with. Like I can do an outline. I can add in, like this is kind of the rendering that I'll do with my more cleaner artwork. You can see that these little indentations in here, I add those in. They're sort of like my version of rendering when it comes to this style. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. I'll get Corey to color this up. And if it works out, then we'll talk about maybe potentially taking this forward and making it more of the Barton Bros approach. We got Corey's Andromenoids comic there now, which everybody is loving, and it's got more of a slicker line art style to it as well. So maybe we've been putting all this work in, possibly, and it wasn't ever necessarily required. Not that it ever is required, it's just I really felt the need to go for this more complex style for a long time. I don't know, Shelby, what do you think? You've got a really complex, detailed style. It's artists like you who really inspired me to take this route.
I think balance is good.
He's basically saying don't do the written details.
Yeah. Yeah, I've certainly mixed the two before, and I think that can work well too. Sometimes it's just too much, I feel like.
Yeah. The other page, I mean, they're really strong pages that you're working on. So yeah, with the right colors, if you ever look at like the line art, like Michael Turner stuff around 98, 99, the colors really made it work, but
hell yeah,
as long as the colorist doesn't drop the ball on it, that's really the thing.
That's the key. I would have to just color it myself then in that case.
No.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like if you're not doing the super detailed work, you could get it flattered by someone else and color it yourself, and you'd probably spend the same amount of time on it.
Potentially. I mean, the way in which Corey and I have kind of organized things is while he waits to launch Andromenoids, he'll work on Borok, get the paycheck from Borok, and that'll sustain him while he completes Andromenoids, so that by the time it comes, so that he can actually work on Andromenoids while still paying the bills, and then we'll launch Andromanoids.
Unless
after Boros
unless
sometime.
someone wants to hire me to do a pin-up piece, I have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the details in this particular approach come from the actual design. So I think you can increase the complexity of the design of your characters if you're going for more of a slicker line art aesthetic, such as the one you see here. Because you can see that the Borok does have a lot of detail in him. We've got the skulls hanging off the boar and whatnot in this panel. So I can actually spend the time to detail those out if I'm cutting back the rendering
Just a question.
significantly.
Because Clayton says that's a sketch. Do those look like almost finished pencils to you guys?
What?
Yeah,
Am I
it's
tripping?
pretty good, man.
Really? I see. Here's the thing. I realize that if I can actually flesh out the underdrawing, the draft a little bit more, this is the latest discovery I've made, I'm much faster at inking it because I know what needs to go where. Whereas, again, I'm hitting that undo button tons if I've kept the draft really loose. And I remember RT Bear talking about something like that, where he would actually spend the time to get that underdrawing looking really, really good. And then the inking portion of the process was way more streamlined and straightforward. Less thinking, less mistakes.
It'd be interesting to see, man, if you just didn't use your undo button for like a week. That's
the thing. You say that, but it would look really shite, honestly.
You reckon?
I'm afraid to say, yeah.
Shelby,
But this is Rob. Rob. This is Clayton you're talking to. So he thinks it would look shy.
Cool,
yeah,
it does.
I don't know. I was trying to find an example, but I don't know.
Shelby, since you're here, mate, what have you been working on this week?
What I've been working on, I spent most of today filling cereal boxes with comic books. These came in. I just got these guys in. So the sketchbooks that people ordered on the site, they come with the 2009 Superior's S Unit book of mine. So the sketchbooks are brand new. These ones are from 2009. These were printed in Texas out at some place called Brenner.
Wait, where do I get the sketchbook?
It comes with this guy right here. Yeah, it comes with them. I just had it like a 2-pack because I found a case of this right here. I thought I was all the way out. I found a long box stored away, and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna sell these. But yeah, I just made I put a sketchbook together and made a new cover, which is obviously a Spidey one swipe cover, and
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just a ton of content. Yeah, it's crazy. So
what art have you been working on, Shelby? Not what has been packing in boxes.
Let's see. I've been laying out covers. Laying out
Sounds encouraging.
Quad cover I started laying out.
Replicator cover?
Might be.
I don't know if I've told everyone. I haven't told you guys what we're doing with it.
Well, spill the beans, Rob. Don't keep it all
seven covers this week so far. No, don't tell them.
Don't tell them.
7 covers. That includes yours. Yeah, 7 covers this week. So
you savage. Can you
that's
show
why I
any
wanted
of them
to,
off or not?
I can show this one because I can show this one because the guy already threw it on his campaign. I do have friends that have Kickstarters and such. This was a cover. Yeah.
Joe Ball says the Buttons and Shelby, 3 of my top 10 current favorite artists.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, Joe Ball.
Thank you so much, Joe Ball.
Yeah, this is sick, dude. What is this, man?
Yeah, so he sent me this cover from.
It's wicked.
He sent me a cover by, I don't know the artist name, Matina. They did a Gamora variant for.
Wait, so what color is that hood?
Purple.
That's purple. It's not pink.
I'm convinced Corey is colorblind.
His eye.
What color do you think it is?
Can you please tell me which color the hood is?
It's purple, Corey.
Dude, that couldn't
be.
be
The eye is
purple.
pink.
Maybe
I'll give you the eye is pink.
There's no red or pink in this at all.
Corey must be trolling.
That
Anyway,
knife
keep
looks
it-
sick, though, man. That knife looks amazing.
Come
Thanks.
on,
Good.
guys.
It's really
Am I
good.
really tripping that much? Or is this like...
Yeah, you are, because this
Corey,
is more
you legit
purple than
colorblind,
Rage
bro.
Shality. Yeah.
I
So,
seen
see, I
one
put-
Rage Shality piece where it was like actual purple and it looked good. There's like one that was like, you know...
Corey, there's a difference between hot purple and cool purple. You think that hot purple is not purple but pink, but it's not.
Corey probably thinks purple is like gray.
There's different
What
purples.
color, Corey? What color does this look like? The hand look like to you?
Looks great to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, my buddy sent me a cover. He goes, "Hey, can you do an homage to this?" And I was like, "Kinda," but it's like a digital painted cover. And I was like, "I'm not painting you a damn cover, bro." And he goes, "No, just draw it traditional, like your style." I was like, "All right, so I can do that." So this is his character, and then there's a skull reflection in it.
Did you color it though?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, fuck,
Yeah,
that's
I could
great.
tell he colored it.
It looks so good, man.
His
This is
signature.
so rare to find
So,
such a beautiful cover
yeah.
like this.
It's a giant face. It's a giant face. I hope it makes him some money. I charged him a lot of money for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. The thing is giant faces are so underrated, but they really do attract attention from the audience.
They
That's-
do.
If you want to pull people in, you want to hook them, give them a giant face on your cover.
Giant face.
Or boobs.
Mm.
Giant boobs.
Mhm.
Either or.
Yeah, finally Rob says it. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we're at the hour, guys. Is there anything else you wanted to show off?
Oh yeah,
Look at
I
those
gotta head
teeth.
off.
Those teeth.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Teeth.
All right.
No, you got nothing. No one's got anything. That's it. We're all done.
I gotta go and look after the kid in a second, so we better wrap it up.
All right,
What the
sweet.
hell, man?
Thanks everyone for coming here. We probably shouldn't have streamed over the Jack show. We're still trying to find the right time slot for this show. So stick with us, and
You
we'll
could
get
have
there.
picked yesterday, man. No one was streaming.
If you stream it this time, I'll hop on with you more often.
Oh, nice.
So send
That'd be
the
sick.
message correctly. Don't stream it this time if you do not want me near your show.
Mm.
Awesome.
Keep going, says Eric Weathers.
You can keep going. I just got to pop out.
I love looking at like the work in progress stuff and actually like what we're struggling with. I enjoy it. We'll
I'll
get
have more
there.
to show you next week, Rob.
Yeah, you've really dropped the ball this week, Clayton. I, mean,
I
I
know.
don't feel like
That's-
you really brought anything to the
It's
table.
like I'm just
today.
sitting on
That's
my
why I
bum.
want it on. You guys were showing off that awesome art.
Yeah.
I was like, I have ideas.
Hell yeah, Shelby. Dude,
wanna
I
tell
love
you my
hanging
ideas
out
with
with
your
you,
stuff.
man.
I know. I love hanging out with Shelby. He never wants to hang out with me. It's like it's heartbreaking. It's like when you have a crush on a chick and she hates you. That's what it's like.
And you just
Anyway.
want them more?
On that, we're gonna wrap it up. Have a good one. We'll
Way
see
to
you
make
next
it weird, Rob.
time. Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do. All right.
I
See you
think
guys.
Rob
Bye.
is actually in love with Shelby. See ya, bye.
Dude.